Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome into Great Awakener Ether Realm. My name is Kimberly, and I am going to do an astrological reading for the week of January 13th through the 19th of 2025. To start off, the sun is in Capricorn, and so you're probably having a pretty good time right now. It's your astrological birthday, so happy birthday, and happy belated birthday if I missed it. You also have Mercury in Capricorn as well. This is all in your first house. All right. The moon is going to be, there's going to be a full moon on Monday, January 13th in your partnership sector. Now, the moon rules Cancer, so it makes it just that much more powerful. All right. And then you also have Mars conjunct at 26 degrees. It's also retrograde. This is happening at 23 degrees, the full moon. Okay. Mars rules Aries and Scorpio. It rules your home sector. Okay. Which we also have Chiron in Aries as well. Chiron's the wounded healer. It's about healing your wounds, facing your shadow side. Sometimes can be connected with going through the dark night of the soul. So any wounds that you may be healing in your home sector could be possibly triggered now. Okay. Aries also rules Scorpio, which is your friends and dreams and hopes and wishes sector. I'm just going to point that out as well. The moon is also sextile Uranus in Taurus, which is your fifth house of romance, children, and creativity sector. It's been in Taurus for 6 or 7 years, so you're probably kind of acclimated to that energy by now. But it is, Uranus is all about awakening, okay? Upheaval, chaos, so that you can have that epiphany and awaken, okay? The moon is also trining Neptune in Pisces, which is your third house of community. It's been in Pisces for 13, 14 years now. It actually rules Pisces. And there is this big, huge stellium in Pisces as well. So, there's going to be and your ruling planet, Saturn, is also in Pisces. So there is a big emphasis on your third house at the moment. When you're talking about a full moon, the sun rules your ego, or represents your ego. The moon represents your emotions. So you're looking at your partnerships right now. Partnership, it can be either, personal, romantic, or business. Okay, any partnerships that you have, and it can also even represent your enemies. When there's a full moon, the reason it's so intense is it pulls you from one side to the other, and as the moon comes in and starts building up that energy, it just gets more and more and more intense. And then we have, Mars sitting here, the planet of intensity, and making it just that much more worse. So you have your first house of how you project yourself to the world, okay, opposing your partnerships, and then squaring your home sector. So there's a good amount of stuff going on with your squares and oppositions. You might have, since it's making aspects to two houses that are trying to sextile to you, it might soften the blow a little bit. But the moon and Mars can make things very intense. You're talking about fire and water, emotions, and passion, intensity, desire. Okay, it is retrograde, so it makes things a little bit easier, but retrograde just means that it's going inside, but it's still the same intensity, but it's internal. Okay, Mars comes out of retrograde on February 23rd. We also have Jupiter in Gemini, and that would be your work sector, sixth house of work, health, daily habits, anything that you do on a daily basis. All right, and then we already talked about Uranus. Pisces, we have this whole stellium here again, Venus, Saturn, and Neptune. Venus and Saturn are going to go into a conjunction here pretty soon, which will feel really nice to you because that's your ruling planet. We also have the North Node just moved from Aries into Pisces on January 10th and 11th. The North Node has been in Aries since September of 2023, and now it's going to be in Pisces for about another year and a half. So this sector of your home was being lit up by the North Node, and also Chiron, which is, it's the North Node is what you want to focus on. So when energy goes where and energy flows where energy goes, right? So if you're focused on it, like, you can bring a lot more healing to the things that you illuminate. Just how you would talk about with the full moon. With the North Node being in your third house, there's going to be a lot of focus on your community, short distance travel, early learning type of stuff. And then we have, going on through the week, we have the moon going into Leo, which is your other people's money sector, your 8th house, other people's money, sex, death, transformation, where it immediately opposes Pluto in Aquarius. I'm not sure if I said this or not. Pluto went into Aquarius in November for a permanent stay. It's been going back and forth between your sign Capricorn and Aquarius for the last 2 years now. So it's still kind of a new energy, but we were able to get a little bit acclimated to that energy with the back and forth. So the Aquarius is your second house of values, how you value yourself, and earned income sector. And the moon comes in and opposes it and kind of lights up your second house and your 8th house there. Okay, but it's a fleeting, this is Tuesday through Wednesday, so it should be pretty quick. Then the moon comes to sextile Gemini, which is your work sector, your 6th house. Okay, anything that you do as a daily habit, work, health, just habits. Okay, but again, it's fleeting. And then it's going to come into a square to the Taurus. Taurus is your 5th house again. Children, romance, creativity. All right. Again, it's going to be fleeting, but it's going to be your 8th house of money, hope, sex, death, transformation, square to your romance, and children and creativity. All right. So moving on to Thursday, Friday, the moon moves into Virgo, and it makes a trine to Mercury and Sun. So this is going to be intense, and then it's going to start softening a little by Thursday and Friday. Things are going to start softening up a little bit. Okay. Virgo is your 9th house of expansion, higher learning, long distance travel. Okay. It's then going to oppose this whole stellium here, including your ruling planet Saturn. Like I said before, 3rd house and 9th house. So, yeah, third house, ninth house, pretty nice aspects. Not a whole lot to worry about. You're just higher learning, you know. But then the moon comes in to square Gemini, which is your work sector again. So work and higher learning. Then is going to um, do a trine to Taurus and uh, um, Mercury and Sun in your sign, which is a very nice aspect. So Thursday, Friday um, should be quite nice for you. And then it's going to move into Libra this weekend, immediately trining Pluto in Aquarius, and then going on to a trine in Gemini. Trines are always such nice aspects. Can't really be mad about them. So nothing, not a whole lot to say on that one. But at 20, when it gets to, the moon gets to 23 degrees, it's going to square that that axis of where the full moon was. So you're going to have the full moon, which brings illumination. It lights up that which was hidden, so that you can bring closure to it. Okay, so that's what happens here. In about a week, the moon comes to square that degree, and it's about acceptance. And then it's going to come back to this degree when the moon is in your sign at 23 degrees, and it's going to, that's when you start making a decision on what to do about what happened over here, right? And then you move another week, and this is about starting to take action about closing those doors, right? So, and then January 20th, the sun will move into Aquarius. So just let you know that, because obviously the sun keeps moving, and it's going to, and we're going to have a new moon in Aquarius on the 27th, I believe. So, yes, I believe that's all that I have for you for this week. I hope it brings you some enlightenment. I very much hope that you have a good week. Like, even if you have, some craziness come on Monday, it's going to be better by the end of the week. Okay. So yeah, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, right? And of course, it's still going to bring illumination to, you're still going to have good aspects with this Taurus and Pisces as well. So yeah, you're going to have an opposition, but you still have sextiles and trines going on with it. So you can't be too mad about it, right? Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. If you would like to know what's going on for next week, you're more than welcome to subscribe to my channel. I also do offer personal readings, astrology and tarot, and many other healing modalities. If you would like to check out my website, you're more than welcome to. Until then, I hope you do have a great illuminating week. All right. Thank you, Capricorn. Bye.